try that again. 318-442-8255 is our phone number. I just noticed that the little box that controls the phone lines wasn't on. So if you were trying to call and didn't get in, that's why, but you will be able to now. So, all right, little bumpy start here this morning, but I think we're finally underway. And so looking forward to talking with you. But yeah, that'll be the big news story of the day. Stephen, I assume that you'll be covering. He's loading up the computer right now with our live stream, but I know he'll be out there. So we'll look forward to getting that information first from Stephen. He'll probably even stream it live if I know him.
Yep.
Here he comes. Oh, we got a yep.
Yeah, I'll be there, and I was wondering if I should do it live, or we should do it live, or we should do it recorded, but I'll post it live. Hopefully I can get some good microphones up there, and it'll all sound good. Sometimes it's a difficult thing to do with live streams.
Right.
My camera isn't very good at live streaming for some reason. It's good at everything else.
Yeah.
My little Osmo.
Yeah.
So I have to use my phone and have to get the right microphone and make sure see how far back we are, kind of thing. So, but we'll be there. I'll have it all for you. It'll be good. I've been asking everybody for a couple of months now, like, okay, when is this going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to say it? Then we hear like, well, we need this person here, and we need this person here, and we need, federal government involved, whatever the case may be. We've heard different rumors about what's going to happen, and
right.
Hopefully we'll get some answers today.
And we know that the governor.
Love it.
The governor was in Greenland last week. So he's back. I don't know why that came out that way.
The governor in Greenland.
He'll be back. And he literally is.
He's a busy guy.
All right. I feel like we need to go home and jump back in bed and re-wake up and come back and try this again.
My head's so stopped up, it's like I'm swimming anyway, so.
Is that it?
Yeah. Makes no difference to me.
Listen to us.
Did you watch any good movies this weekend or watch any good things? You?
No. I just watched baseball. Watched Jacob Mizorowski yesterday throw 12 strikeouts.
No.
In a 2-hit performance.
I saw that this morning when I woke up, it says all these celebrities are freaking out because the Knicks made the finals. I didn't even know the Knicks were like close to making the finals. Has that been a long time since they've done that?
Was it 1999 the last time they made it to the finals? They haven't won a championship since 73. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. The Knicks are in the NBA finals. Also yesterday, the Houston Astros had 3 pitchers combined to throw a no-hitter against the Texas Rangers.
Wow.
At Globe Life Field, which is the Rangers ballpark. I was shocked when I heard this. That's the 18th no-hitter in Astros history. 18. By comparison, the Brewers, who are a franchise that's only about 10 years younger than the Astros, they only had 2 in their whole
The Brewers
history.
are 10 years younger than the Astros?
Yeah.
Wow.
The Astros became a team in the early 60s?
Okay.
And the Brewers became a team in 1970.
Okay. How many do the Yankees have?
How many no-hitters?
Yes.
That's a good question. Guess?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess 10.
I'm going to guess 21.
Wow.
21?
The Yankees have, let's see, 13.
Wow. 18. Okay. That is impressive.
13 for the Yanks. Yeah, look how long they've been around. Which MLB team has the most no-hitters? Thinking. The Dodgers with 26. The White Sox have 20. The Red Sox and Astros and Giants all have 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something else the Dodgers are great at, Al. How about that?
The team that has been no-hit the most times have been the Philadelphia Phillies, 21 times.
Good.
Most no-hitters thrown by an individual pitcher? It's pretty easy.
Randy Johnson.
Oh.
Nolan Ryan.
There you go. Yeah, the fireballer, as they called him, Nolan Ryan. 7 no-hitters, 4 with the Angels, 2 with the Rangers, 1 with the Astros.
I just know him for his steaks.
right?
Yeah.
And the only active major league team that has never had a no-hitter in their history, San Diego Padres.
Ay mio.
What?
Ay mi madre.
So, but the Brewers have this kid, Jacob Mizorowski, right? And if you all haven't heard of him at this point, you will. But he is doing things unprecedented in terms of the speed of his ability to throw. I mentioned yesterday he had 12 strikeouts. So he's pitched 63 innings so far this year, and he has 100 strikeouts already.
Wow.
That's kind of insane, isn't it? But he had 57 pitches yesterday of at least 100 miles an hour.
Wow.
It's just nuts. And when you watch him throw, it doesn't look like he's overexerting himself. He's kind of tall and lanky. He's kind of like a right-handed Randy Johnson.
Mm.
But man, he's good. He's good. So,
well, we know you're excited.
Hey, the Brewers will be at Houston this weekend.
You gonna go?
I am.
That'd be fun, actually. First ever Major League Baseball game I went to when I was like 12 was Astros Brewers.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen the Brewers more than any other team, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was at Minute Maid?
Yes.
That's what it was called then?
Because,
no
offense,
it's Dakin.
they were always the cheaper tickets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think they're in the same division at that point.
So what year would they're in the National League.
Yeah.
What year would you have been that age?
2000, like 4 or 5?
Yeah, they weren't very good then. So that would have been one of the cheaper tickets.
2000, yeah. So saw them a couple times. Been there with you to watch them. Seen the Brewers multiple times in Milwaukee. So yeah, I've seen the Brewers a lot.
So there's this new trend in baseball as well. It's called tarps off. It's basically where people take off their shirts. It started at Busch Stadium like 10 days ago, where they had a bunch of fans. I think actually they were a bunch of kids up visiting from Stephen F. Austin or someplace like that. And yeah, it was members of the Stephen F. Austin club baseball team. They were at Busch Stadium for a game against the Cardinals on May 15th, and they had their shirts off and using their shirts, just kind of waving them for cheering and support and all that. And it's kind of caught on. Now it's like spreading. But they tried it at the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium over the weekend, and the ushers like shut it down. They got so much heat. So yesterday they let them do it because they had them all kind of in one section in the upper deck. But it cracked me up because I remember when I was like a kid, a teenager, those years in the 70s and 80s, if you went to a Brewers game in the summer, all the guys had their shirts off. Like that was just like a thing. But I don't know, maybe people were thinner back then, so it wasn't so unsightly.
All those guys had their shirts off. It was great.
Yeah, no, I remember doing that. Like, I honestly, like when I would go work on the farm in Kansas in the 80s, I would always be without a shirt. That was like a thing back then. Now you never really see that, do you?
Depends on how much you're involved with athletics, I guess.
Yeah. But the whole movement is just kind of interesting.
You always have those one or two friends who have to take their shirt off all the time. Like, I'm just gonna take it off.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do they do that at CrossFit?
Yeah, that's a thing too.
Okay. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of course, I would never do that now in public. I don't want to embarrass myself. But there was a time where, yeah. All right, we're at the bottom of the hour. We need to take a break.
Off.
We'll come back. Yeah. No tarps off for us on the air, that's for sure.
KSYL.
This is the Bloomberg Money Minute. The board of energy giant BP has removed its chairman due to, quote, serious concerns about governance standards, oversight, and conduct. The sudden and unexpected departure of Albert Manifold comes as the company has been working on turning itself around after years of poor performance. Wall Street is set for gains to start the holiday-shortened trading week on hopes for a Middle East peace deal. Shares in rocket and satellite companies are rallying in the early trade. They have been on the move since SpaceX filed last week for what could be the largest ever initial public offering. And a video conferencing giant's push into artificial intelligence is paying off big. Zoom says it's pocketed about $1 billion on an investment it made in AI startup Anthropic in 2023. Zoom invested in the startup as part of a partnership to use Anthropic's Claude models. Zoom has been making a push to add more artificial intelligence features, such as a workplace AI assistant. Courtney Donahoe, Bloomberg Radio.
If you're like me, your phone is always in your hand, or at least in your pocket, right? Well, now your library can be too. The Rapides Parish Library app is here and free for iPhone and Android users. Search books, place holds, renew items, even scan a barcode. See if the library has it before you buy it. You'll get event updates, account alerts, and directions to your nearest branch, all in one place. So go ahead, put the library in your pocket. Download the Rapides Parish Library app today.
Good morning. Cloudy skies in the forecast on our Tuesday afternoon. Highs getting up to 86. And you can expect some showers or thunderstorms, a 70% chance, mainly during the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight. We'll get down to 71, and then scattered showers and thunderstorms again, especially during the afternoon on Wednesday. A 50% chance of that. Afternoon highs up to the low 80s. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Grayson.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BON Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BON Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYL. Now back to Talk Back.
All right, we are back, and let's go to the phones on the BON Bank Talk line. Good morning, you're on Talk Back.
Hey, good morning. Thank you for taking my call. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to let y'all have any 3-day weekends anymore because we can't get things going when you get back in.
Yeah.
That's how it is, but it just, y'all, everybody else experiences it, but not everyone knows it.
That's
y'all,
true.
Everybody hears and
Good point.
sees exactly what's happening over there. I was wondering if y'all heard that they made an announcement this weekend that it looks like Musk may be the first trillionaire. Did you hear about that?
I had heard a couple months ago that he was on pace to actually do that.
Yeah.
Like his contract will allow him, I think.
Did you happen to catch any of the interview that I think it was CNBC did with Jeff Bezos?
I think I heard excerpts from it. What was he talking about?
Well, just when you brought up the point about being a trillionaire, I know you're not insinuating this, but there are people out there that would be like, that's too much money for somebody to make.
Yeah.
But what's too much money?
Oh, yes. Yeah. He makes some great points, and he made the points against his normal allies. But yes, and that was what I was calling to say, because AOC is going to she must be just, fuming at this, that one person would have, I think he has $878 billion now, and he's on track, I guess, when SpaceX goes public. But it shows their inability to conceive of real economic truths, that not $1 that he's made is come out of her pocket or my pocket, unless he's offered me a product that I valued more than the dollar I gave him. And so and what they don't see is, they always like to make that argument, Musk's secretary pays more in taxes than he does. Have you heard him say that? They'll pick a billionaire, and they love to say that. Yet they're not trying to keep secretaries from leaving these Democrat cities. They're trying to keep the rich people from living in the Democrat cities. If what they're saying is true, then let them go. Let them all leave, and let them all go to the Republican states. But they don't. They're trying in California to pass laws where they can tax them even after they've left, because they know they got to hang on that money. So I'm hoping that at some point the young people in our country take an economics course or just reality helps them to see that, with these people, there's no way he can spend 1% of that money. So the money goes into the churn of of the economy, and we all benefit from it. And it comes because they think that economics is a zero-sum game, that if I have two, I must have taken one from you. And it's just not true.
Right.
I've used that analogy before of walking along a path. I did it with Jim. I said I was walking along a path, and I tripped over a stick, and I kicked it out of my way. I said, stupid stick. And then Jim came along and started whittling and found that stick. He said, it's a perfect stick. Whittled a little dolphin. And when I'm coming back, I say, hey, Jim, what are you doing? Oh, I just whittled this little dolphin. Oh, I love that. How about I buy that from you? I want to give it to my granddaughter. Oh, no, you don't have to buy it. No, I'm not going to take it for free. I want to give you some money. How about $5? Okay, $5. And then a Democrat jumps out of the bush and says, no, you can't do that for $5. It took him an hour. You need to pay me at least $10. They don't understand that Jim took a stick in the analogy that was worthless to me and created something that was worth more than $5 to me. It was well worth $5 to him because he could make as many of them as he wanted. And they don't understand that's how life gets better, right, by people producing an excellence. And I don't think Musk tries. I don't think he set his mind. I mean, I don't know the man, but I haven't seen evidence that he set his mind, I'm going to be the richest man in the world. He is driven to innovate. Right. And his innovations are something that we choose to voluntarily buy with the money that we work for. And so we're all better off because of it. Anyway, that didn't mean to go so long, but I was a little clumsy with my words. Y'all have a great day.
All right. Thank you. Yeah. And you will hear people kind of squawk about that. Speaking of squawk, that was the CNBC show that Bezos was on, Squawk Box. And they were kind of talking about this point of the money that billionaires make and et cetera. I just thought his interview was very interesting. Here's one of the clips.
If I do my job right, the value to society and civilization from my for-profit companies will be much, much larger, right, than the good that I do with my charitable giving. And I think this is an important point to make because people forget, or they sometimes don't see, that when you create something like Amazon and you're saving, I get letters from new mothers all the time that say, like, I have no idea what I would be doing right now if I didn't have Amazon, thank you. Or what we did in the pandemic when people could really see what an essential service we provided to them. And so, this is, Amazon creates tremendous value. And by the way, all companies are creating value of some kind.
Yeah, and that's the point. And he also had, I thought, an interesting observation. He said if Amazon was run the way New York City runs its school system, their packages would take 6 weeks to arrive. They would charge you a $100 delivery fee. And when the package finally did get there, it would have the wrong items in it.
Yeah, I think, and we've talked about this before, and there's pros and cons to everything, right? But I think the pros definitely outweigh the cons of anybody having billions of dollars, for sure.
Yeah. I
get some of the cons too, especially when it comes to money and politics and power and everything. But
right.
Those are all good points. Yeah.
So anyway, let's take another call. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
I can't believe you guys didn't talk about Putin with his shirt off.
Ah, that's right. Riding the horse. Yeah. SNL used to spoof that all the time.
Yeah, well, I'm just sitting here enjoying robins and thrashers, looking for early worms. But
robins, the state bird of Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, they're also native to Louisiana, and probably within about a mile of where you physically are sitting, you can find some under oak trees in the older part of Alexandria.
Yeah, I see them in my yard all the time. Cardinals, Blue Jays.
Yeah. Well, the main reason I called is I've been, of course, watching my main source of news, which is Facebook. And I'm noticing what are called paid ads for carbon sequestration. And then I'm seeing material that doesn't appear to be paid. It seems to be heartfelt. And it just strikes me as odd that the people who are promoting the sequestration pass off as just minor glitches, the objections to it. and having been to several of the major meetings, I guess maybe 6 months or so ago, none of these presentations that say how wonderful it is address the issue of will it really do any good for the climate?
Yeah.
And it's just based strictly on computer models that are also based on suppositions and fill in the blanks, guessing what might happen.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have some objections that way, but I was also recently found that Mr. Morris, I think he's a state senator or a state representative, apparently profited greatly on a real estate deal on, I guess it's a Richland Paris AI facility.
Mm-hmm.
And then Brad from Chicago calls in a few weeks ago and starts talking about how those AI units are basically dinosaurs. And it just sort of kind of wraps around my head and makes me wonder what in the world is going on with these people.
Yeah.
By the way, I noticed while waiting, the Parish Journal or whatever it is that's on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
well, my friend Little Jeffy is going to be talking about something wonderful happening in central Louisiana at 2:30.
Yes. We had that at the top of the show. So we talked about that.
I'm wondering if it involves carbon sequestration.
We're suspecting that it has to do with what's happening out at Boyce, that it'll be some kind of announcement of an AI data center.
Oh, okay. In other words, they're building the unit, but they didn't actually have a commitment for somebody to use it.
More accurately, they were preparing the site. The company that's been doing the work is preparing the site that then another company can come in and build that unit.
Yeah, I wonder how politically connected whoever it was owns the property and sold it for $40,000 an acre.
Maybe so. It wouldn't shock me. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, anyway, enjoy the show and keep watching those nice birds.
You
and
too.
Remember, things like robins and thrashers do not eat seed.
Wow.
They eat meat.
There you go.
So don't put out
just like me.
Poison in your yard. Don't put out poison in your yard to kill the worms. Leave the worms for the birds.
There you go. All right, thank you, sir. Some might say this show is for the birds. We'll take a break. Wilbur Carmouche coming up next.
KSYL.
You smell that? Spring. Hibernation's over. It's time to run it. Run it until the grass becomes a lawn and the hedges duck and cover. Then run it again. Still, get up to $50 off select AK battery tool sets. Offer valid for limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
Consumer alert. The Louisiana Department of Insurance warns consumers to beware of unlicensed companies marketing themselves as health insurers. Innovative Partners and LifeX Research are two such companies targeting those seeking health insurance policies in Louisiana. The healthcare products they offer may not deliver the coverage you expect, leaving you responsible for full medical bills. If you have interacted with Innovative Partners, LifeX Research, or any suspicious entity offering health insurance, report it to LDI Consumer Services at 800-259-5300, extension 3. Before signing up for any healthcare policy, make sure the company is licensed to conduct business in Louisiana with the LDI Active Company Search Tool, available online at ldi.la.gov and on the LDI Connect mobile app. For questions or concerns about any insurance policy, reach out to the Louisiana Department of Insurance at 800-259-5300.
The bar's set with Top Shelf Country Cruise, and 2027 is taking it even further. You're not going to want to miss this. Sail aboard the luxurious Celebrity Summit, departing from Tampa, stopping at Bimini, Key West, and Cozumel, and catch performances by Riley Green, Chris Young, Lauren Elena, and Randy Hauser. Introducing the exclusive Veranda Plus stateroom with these amazing perks. Embarkation day lunch, daily breakfast in blue, afternoon hors d'oeuvres, and a beverage package, all included. Reserve now at TopShelfCountryCruise.com.
My dad passed away unexpectedly. Of course, it was awful in every way, but we are very grateful that he had life insurance. So even after he was gone, he was still able to provide for us. And that's why I have life insurance for my family. Ethos.com. They make it fast and easy to get covered. It's 100% online. You get a quote in seconds. You can apply in minutes. You get covered the same day.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. Rates may vary.
Now back to Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, so we are back, everyone, here on Talkback on your Tuesday. Feels like a Monday, but it's Tuesday. That means Friday's only 3 days away, which is great.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back. Wilbert Carmouche joins us from Travel of Oils for our monthly visit. Good morning, sir. How are you?
It's all good.
Yeah, it is all good.
Coming up in a fog this morning, and it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, it was a little soupy up Grant Parish way as well.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But we're here.
Exactly. Well, it's better than the rains we've had for the last two or 3 days, I think.
I know. Yeah, it's been definitely the monsoon season here lately.
Exactly. But it didn't stop Evalds Parish from having their events in May. I mean, we even had a rodeo in the midst of all of this.
How about that? That's awesome.
I think it went well.
Yeah.
You know, they danced around the rain and made it happen.
Good. Good deal. Well, we're getting ready to flip the calendar after this next weekend, and we're into June. So I assume you're here to tell us about all the amazing events in June.
Absolutely. And we started off on June 7th. And this is something a little bit different that has happened or is going to happen or is happening. We're having Bruce Decrepont that is coming to do a concert in Evergreen.
Was he related to UPS Dave?
I have no clue.
Okay.
No clue. He has roots in Avoyles.
Okay.
In fact, a lot of his music is about Evalds Parish people, his uncle, or the city, the town of Marksville, or just Evalds Parish in general.
Those could be some interesting songs.
Absolutely. Exactly. So what they're doing there is the Evergreen Methodist Church has been decommissioned several years ago. And then there was a group of people that decided that something needed to be done, at least to save the structure. Because if you're not doing anything there, then, or if it's not open, then it just deteriorates.
Sure.
So they've this group has created the Evergreen Methodist Social Center. It's located at 281 Hill Street in Evergreen. Pretty easy to find. So they're doing a concert. Their inaugural event is Bruce Decrepont is coming to do a concert on June 7th from 2 to 4 at the decommissioned church Evergreen Methodist Social Center. So that should be a pretty good show. And I mean, it's a sizable show for the town of Evergreen, which is really very, very small. Because I don't think, if I remember correctly, Evergreen does not have a business within the city limits.
Really?
There's no business and no sales tax because there is no business. So so this will be pretty good for them. And then that leads us to June 11th or 13th for, I think it's the 38th Louisiana Corn Festival. And
that's good corn.
Absolute. And I've had sweet corn already.
Have you?
Absolutely, yes.
I've corn mock chew.
Mock chew is good, or just boiled off the cob. I have my friends' kids that eat it raw. I mean, they just as you're shucking, they're eating. So it's but it was.
If it's sweet enough, yeah, you can
yes,
do that.
it is.
Yeah,
right. And it's room temperature, so it's it was good. So that's going to be the Corn Festival.
Of course, in Louisiana heat, it might feel like it's already cooked anyway.
Exactly.
A little humid.
That's the 11th and the 13th. It starts off on a Thursday, music lineup, carnival there, and just everything that goes with a festival, food events, and a parade on a Saturday morning.
What's the one thing with the Bunkie Corn Festival that you have to do, would you say?
You probably enter the contest for the corn shucking.
Ah, okay.
Because it goes from corn shucking contest to corn eating contest. So you do all the corny contests.
I'd honestly like to take my hand at corn eating. I think I could do some damage, Stephen.
I think
could
I
be good
could
at
too.
it.
I probably could give, as they say, a run for your money on eating corn on
That
the
sounds like a challenge.
on a cob. Hey, I'm ready. Game on.
As long as that's butter and salt, I'm just going to town on that.
Exactly. Also, on June 12th, the town of Moraville is having their annual farmers market and children's arts and crafts fair, and that's going to be at the Moraville Community Center. They've moved it from their location at City Hall, which is outdoors. So they're moving it to the Moraville Community Center, which it'll be indoors and outdoors both. And I guess they did that for safety reasons because it was getting too large for that area that they were at. And then this way they have their plan B on site in case it rains. So I think that's pretty good thinking. So you can call 318-985-2338 if you want to be a vendor or just about information about going there. So that's June 12th, starts at 10, goes to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then on the 13th, all roads lead to Paragon Casino Resort for the all-white summer jam featuring Ashante and special guest Shy. That's going to be at 8 p.m. on June 13th. Go to their website, ParagonCasinoResort.com, for more information and to purchase your tickets. And then on June 27th, they're bringing to you Zydeco in Comedy in the Morris Center at
That's
Paragon's Casino Resort. What a matchup! Yeah. So
Zydeco and comedy.
Exactly. So that's June 27th, 8 p.m. And again, Paragon Casino Resort for more information and for tickets. And earlier that afternoon at 4 o'clock, since it's the last Saturday of the month, they're going to have their alligator feeding show at Paragon Casino Hotel. So you can go to the alligator show, catch a movie, catch dinner, and then go into the Zydeco and Comedy show at 8 p.m. that evening.
Do alligators eat Bunkie corn?
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah.
Probably not. Have you ever been to the alligator feeding show?
I have not.
It's really fun.
What do they feed them? Like little pieces of meat? Basically.
Probably tastes like chicken, so you just soon feed them chicken.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what's happening in the Falls Parish for the month of June that has been sent to me. I'm sure there's others, and then stop by those roadside stands and get your corn, get your vegetables, because they're getting to be plentiful right now.
So where you got yours from? A roadside stand?
I got mine directly from the farmer in Moraville.
Oh, you've got connections.
How about that? Even delivered to me.
Wow. Wow. See, it pays to know Wilbert.
That's what I'm saying. I got some good sweet potatoes because I know
You've
Wilbert.
hooked up Stephen many times with delicious meals down there. And
I'm ready to have him, and because we've got more little gems and jewels that
you can find me one for Thursday. I'll be there.
For Thursday?
Let's do Thursday.
Oh, that could be possible.
We'll find something. So,
yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. When does sweet potatoes start again? Is it in the fall?
That's going to be in the fall. They've just been planted. Well, and that Evolves variety, I think, isn't that like a 90-day turnaround or something?
It's pretty quick.
So I don't even know if they're planted yet.
Oh, well.
Do
you like sweet potato?
That harvesting last year.
I love sweet potato, yeah.
Literally the best ones you'll ever have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would like to, one of the next things I'd like to do is a sweet potato bar.
Yeah.
You do sweet potatoes and then you do all the fixings that you have from savory to sweet.
Yeah.
I just think it would be a wonderful
That would be.
Fried up with cinnamon sugar is the way to go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other day we just wanted something a little different. So we did we did them in olive oil and a little Tony for savory, and then drizzled them with local honey afterwards. So it's a little sweet, little heat. Very good.
That's good.
Nice. Nice. All right. Now that we're thoroughly hungry.
Exactly.
You can always check out more at the Travel of Oils Facebook page.
Check us out on Facebook. Yes, Travel of Oils, our French page, Allons à Voyelles, or our website, travelofoils.com. And remember, when you get there, always go to the center of Louisiana, right there at 1860 Old River Road in Mansura. Take your selfie, drop it on our page.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Wilbert Carmouche, good to see you. He'll be back again to tell us what's happening in July, about a month from now. All right. Thanks so much.
Did you have
Appreciate
more, or is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, I was just checking.
Oh, okay.
All right. We'll be right back.
KSYL.
Tired of that same plumbing issue? Call Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Plumbing problems, large or small, Southern Air will fix them all. And you'll get service with no delay from certified technicians the very same day. Take advantage of our $99 drain clearing special and our 0% financing for those larger jobs. Call Southern Air Heating and Cooling at 318-777-5555 or visit us online at southernairnow.com, the official heating and cooling provider for LSU football. Need office supplies, janitorial supplies, or office furniture, either new or pre-owned? Then look no further than DTW Office Supply, with wholesale prices on a large selection of top quality products, all with the personalized hometown service that you deserve. We're proud to serve the entire state of Louisiana with daily deliveries right to your door. Visit us today at 1219 MacArthur Drive or online at dtwofficesupply.com. That's DTW Office Supply, your trusted partner for all of your office needs. Quality, value, service.
At Trinity Health Pace Alexandria, we listen first, then bring the right care to you. From medical care and social activities at our center to home care, transportation, and more. We help seniors stay healthy, independent, and connected to what they love. From empathy to expertise, we see all of you. Call 318-206-1020. That's 318-206-1020. Or visit thpace-alexandria.org to learn more about Trinity Health Pace Alexandria.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
It's Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we are back on Talkback. Let me correct myself, and I completely apologize. I swear I checked the calendar last night, and it said Tuesday, Matt Ritchie, and I was like, oh, okay. No, I should have known. This is the fourth Tuesday of the month, and that means we have our folks from LSUA on. So we'll be having Abby Bain here from LSUA, and we'll look forward to catching up with her and talking about all the great stuff that is happening on campus when we come back for hour number 2. So I do apologize about that. I probably gave Matt a heart attack too if he saw the post. But yeah, anyway. Man, I'm on a roll today, huh?
You're not the best host for nothing.
Weird. That's so weird. I'm telling you, like I looked at the calendar on my phone and let me just.
If it makes you feel better, I didn't even look at the calendar. So.
Well, you never do.
No.
So I can't really rely on you.
That's true.
Yeah, sure enough. I don't know what I was looking at.
Well, this is because Nathan went to Mexico.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not used
he's leaving you hanging here. It's usually Nathan's job.
Maybe so. Anyway, so LSUA will be front and center when we come back after the top of the hour news with hour number 2. So stay with us.
You've been listening to Talkback. The opinions expressed were those of the hosts and callers, and not necessarily those of Cenlaw Broadcasting.
AM 970, FM 104.9, KSYL, and KRRV 100.3 HD3, Alexandria. It's 8 o'clock.
A senator's job is on the line. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News in Texas, where the rest of the polls are just opening now for a runoff, and Senator John Cornyn just told Fox.
My experience gives me a chance to do things for the president and for Texans that a newbie could not do.
He is facing a Trump-backed challenger, Ken Paxton, Texas's Republican Attorney General, who the president endorsed last week.
We have to unite. We have a common enemy, James Tallarico, who is
extremely radical.
Paxton is feeling wind in his sails with Trump's support. He says Texas Republicans need to get behind him to defeat Democrat James Tallarico this fall.
That's Fox's Bill Malugin. The U.S. military says the ceasefire with Iran is still in place despite new attacks in Iran. Central Command calls them self-defense, targeting missile launch sites and boats, placing underwater mines. Secretary of State Marco Rubio tells reporters overseas they're still trying to work out a deal.
Like anything with something like this, it was going to take a couple days to settle on, even down to the disagreements over a word.
But Iran's supreme leader said today the U.S. military bases in that region are no longer safe. Fox's Trey Yingst reports from Tel Aviv.
Despite the fact that there is an immense amount of economic pressure on the Iranian regime, they are still doing what they can to disrupt international shipping because they see the Strait of Hormuz as the last critical piece of leverage that they have. Their nuclear program was destroyed during Operation Midnight Hammer last summer. During Operation Epic Fury, much of their military was dismantled, including their navy that now sits at the bottom of the sea.
Israel has ramped up the fight against Iran-backed Hezbollah militants.
Lebanon state-run news agency says bodies were pulled from the rubble after a strike at the village of Mashkara in the Bekaa Valley. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he's authorized more intense strikes targeting Hezbollah militants who've been launching drone attacks on Israeli troops stationed in southern Lebanon and towns in northern Israel.
That's Fox's Chris Foster. America's listening to Fox News.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea, that we were meant to live free. Free to work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if everyday aches and pains are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from pain. Relief Factor is a 100% drug-free, research-based formula designed to help your body fight inflammation, one of the root causes of pain. It's not a quick fix or a temporary mask. It works from the inside out, at the source. Relief Factor was created so people could get back to living life on their terms, walking, working, exercising, and enjoying the moments that matter. This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take a stand for your own freedom. Declare your independence from pain. Try Relief Factor today for just $19.95. Your 3-week quick start is ready for you. Visit relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF.
Well, Senator John Cornyn hopes to beat back a Trump-backed Republican challenger in Texas today. The GOP congressman the president targeted in Kentucky, Thomas Massie, is ready to run again in 2 years.
Less than a week after losing a Republican primary to a Trump-backed challenger, outgoing Kentucky Congressman Thomas Massie has already filed the paperwork to run for Congress again in 2028, a move aimed at keeping his options open. Massie posting on X, he filed with the Federal Election Commission, allowing him to raise funds to continue political operations, supporting his current position and a potential future candidacy, adding he hasn't made a final decision about which office to seek if he runs. Massie has clashed with the president on several issues, including the conflict with Iran and the Epstein files. President Trump has continued to publicly criticize him, even after Massie's loss to retired Navy SEAL Ed Galrine last week. Lisa Brady, Fox News.
More immigration enforcement drama in New Jersey involving Democrats critical of ICE.
New Jersey Governor Mikey Sherrill was denied entry into the facility, and Senator Andy Kim was pepper sprayed by ICE officers during the demonstration by protesters gathered outside Delaney Hall in Newark. Sherrill and Kim, both Democrats, had joined other Democratic lawmakers outside the center for an oversight visit amid claims of a hunger strike. In a social media post, Kim said he saw ICE agents tackle and restrain demonstrators while, quote, agents fired pepper balls and spray into the crowd. A DHS spokesperson says there is no hunger strike at Delaney Hall, saying, quote, for the record, during hunger strikes, ICE continues to provide 3 meals a day and drinking water, as well as clothing, bedding, showers, and toiletries. Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
On Wall Street, rising stock futures indicate big gains at the opening bell. They're celebrating in New York.
It's over. Believe it, Knicks fans, for the first time in 27 years, the New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals.
The call on ESPN after the Knicks blew out the Cleveland Cavaliers by 37 points to complete a sweep. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Sean Burns. There's one more week left in the legislative session, and the two biggest pieces of legislation that have yet to receive final legislative approval are a new congressional map and the budget. LawPolitics.com publisher Jeremy Alford says the Senate has to make changes to the state's spending plan.
A lot of folks are overlooking the fact that just a couple of weeks ago that the state ended up with less revenue to work with than it was supposed to.
Teacher pay is also a big issue in the final days of the session. Educators could see their salaries reduced by $2,000 because Constitutional Amendment 3 did not pass May 16th. Alford says legislative leaders are not feeling pressure from the public to keep paying a $2,000 stipend.
I think that they see there wasn't a lot of support in the public for it.
The Louisiana Illuminator, though, is reporting Governor Landry wants to issue an executive order that would move $150 million from general school district funding into teacher pay to avoid the pay cut. The governor has set a news conference for 11:30 this morning. LRN. Busy week for Governor Landry as he has plans for another news conference today where he's set to announce a major economic development project in central Louisiana. That's set for this afternoon at 2 at England Air Park Community Center in Alexandria. The SEC spring meetings kick off today, and doubling the size of the college football playoff will be a major topic. Here's Jeff Palermo.
The Big Ten, the Big 12, and the ACC say they want a 24-team college football playoff. But SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey only supports expanding the CFP to 16 teams or staying at 12.
Do they dig in and say, no, it's not happening? Because I think if they do, those other conferences will back down.
That's National College Football reporter Matt Hayes for the USA Today. But Hayes says there are SEC schools who support a 24-team playoff. And the challenge for Sankey is to get everyone on the same page.
I don't think you're going to see them say, okay, we agreed on sticking at 16, and it was a 10-6 vote. It's going to be a 16-0 vote.
I'm Jeff Palermo.
Louisiana Radio Network.
Blended families, bonus children, and co-parenting can bring amazing experiences, but it can also be overwhelming and complicate your estate plan. How can families navigate the process when entering into this wonderful journey? I'm George Fine with Fine Legal Services. When it comes to your family's questions, our team can make planning for the future seamless and transparent. Call your Alexandria, Louisiana attorneys, George Fine and Jeremy Cedars, at 318-767-2226 to learn more, or visit fine-lawyers.com.
LSBA number LA2316294.
Good morning. Cloudy skies in the forecast on our Tuesday afternoon. Highs getting up to 86. And you can expect some showers or thunderstorms, a 70% chance, mainly during the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, we'll get down to 71, and then scattered showers and thunderstorms again, especially during the afternoon on Wednesday. A 50% chance of that. Afternoon highs up to the low 80s. From the Cenla Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Gratian. It's Talkback, Central Louisiana's longest-running talk show. Whether it's the guests or the callers, Talkback is where Central Louisiana begins its conversation.
All right, welcome back, everyone. It's hour number 2 of Talkback here on this Tuesday after Memorial Day. I'm Al Quartermont along with Stephen Maxwell. I think we're getting the gears going now, finally, including the mental gears. And I apologize for the mistake I had made promoting that we were going to have Matt on today. It's not his Tuesday to be on. That'll be the first Tuesday of the month, which is coming up next week. So we're very excited with this being the 4th Tuesday of the month to have our LSUA segment. And joining us in the studio is the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment and Student Engagement. That is Dr. Abby Bain. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. It's so good to be here.
It's awesome to have you. And you should be used to waking up early because you're married to a farmer.
Exactly. Yeah. Our normal wake up calls at that 4:30, 4 o'clock. So I work out in the morning too. So that kind of has to get us going, and then the kids and school. So this is a good time.
Stephen, you're tired at the end of the day, though, I'm sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. We're in bed for like 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But as the farmers say, it's a good kind of tired.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. After some good hard work.
No, she was just sharing with me during the break, during our news, like how she met her husband down in Baton Rouge, and she's a city girl from Atlanta, and her husband is a farmer in Bunkie.
Oh, you're not from Louisiana?
No, I'm actually from the Atlanta area. So, I mean, I always say, you never know where God's going to put you. He has a good sense of humor to put me on a farm. But, we also know his plans are far greater than ours. So this is where I'm meant to be for sure.
Absolutely. And then you think about it, you get to work at an amazing institution like LSUA.
Oh, yeah. And we say this all the time at LSUA, and we really do promote. It's a family university. We create that environment for our students. We get to know them, but it's like that to work there, and our colleagues are there for one another. And I've been at other universities. I was at LSU. I've been at a university in Georgia. And so many times when you're at the table making a decision, there's so many other stakeholders that kind of come into play. Like, well, what are the donors, going to think? Or what are the legislators going to think of this decision? And then like eventually you're like, oh yeah, and the students, what does it mean for them? But at LSUA, it's the students first. Like that's the first item that comes to mind when we're making a decision. And as long as it's in line with their best interest or to set them up for success, that's how we roll. And it is so fulfilling. Like that makes it exciting and, a place that you're just so passionate to be at. So it's truly a blessing to be there.
Explain to our listeners what your main responsibilities are as the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment and Student Engagement.
So in my capacity, I'm really here to support students. I advocate for them. Obviously, I oversee the admissions and the recruitment process, which is a lot of fun. And then all of those student support areas too. So our on-campus housing, which is booming right now, our counseling services, our advising, our health center, our children's center, mental health, Title IX disability services, all of those areas fall into student engagement. So I like to say I'm here for all the fun, the student life and the intramurals, but then I oversee conduct and some of those problems too. But all of it is to help benefit the student and make sure that they're growing and developing. So I really do think I have the best job on that campus. I'm sure some others would argue that theirs is too, but I know I'm right.
Especially with the admissions going up too.
Yes, we are so thankful. LSUA, and I know this has been in the news and kind of on, and so many different press releases, but we've had record-breaking enrollment semester after semester. And you think if that gets old, it really doesn't, because we've worked our tails off to continue to see more students come to LSUA. But I think they're truly seeing the benefit of a quality education. We're the most affordable four-year degree in the state. And I think families are really looking at price tags and that ROI, like what's the return on investment for my student going to college? And at LSUA, that ROI is so high with the affordability of tuition and fees. And then we're really meeting those workforce needs. So the graduates are getting great opportunities locally, hopefully is where we want them to stay. But, they could go anywhere with these degrees and have a great, fulfilling career.
Where do you find the majority of your students are coming from? Are they mostly Central Louisiana? Yep. And I know with the online programs, you can go far greater than that. But where do you get the majority of students?
So it's interesting. At a regional university like LSUA, we have almost 30 countries represented. We have every single state and every single parish in the state represented at LSUA. So in that sense, really diverse, all over the world. But the majority of our students come from that Cenla, like 9 or 11 parish region. But majority from Rapides and Avoyelles. So that is where we really do focus our attention as a regional university. We want to meet, and we were just talking about farmers. So many students in this community don't want to move hours away to get their degree. They have obligations at home, whether that's working or to helping to take care of siblings or family. And it's also very expensive to move off and to pay for housing. Even the parking at LSU, I think, is, close to, a fraction of our tuition here at LSUA. So really making sure that it's the right fit for families. And LSUA really meets that need for students who can stay local, although we'd love to have you on campus, and that's a great opportunity. But most of our students commute, and they can take care of items at home and come to class during the day, get involved. We're really focusing on student life. We want students to make those connections. It's so important, not only to them just having fun, but building those relationships and connections on campus too.
Very cool stuff. And obviously it's translated. You just came off of your spring graduation, spring commencement with record number of graduates.
Yes, almost 800 students graduated just this spring. Was 791. So I'm going to round up to that 800 mark, which is huge. That's up 25% roughly from last spring. So, and this is one thing I think when we look into higher ed, and sometimes people have questions like, really, what is it worth? And what are our universities doing for the state? We are not only getting more students in as far as first-time freshmen. We had a record first-time freshman class last year with around 600 freshmen. More transfer students coming in. It's not just about getting them in, but we need to make sure they're walking across the stage. We need to make sure they're leaving with a diploma getting that ROI on that tuition money that they've spent, and then getting that great career and filling the void that we have in the workforce, whether that's healthcare, business, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence. We have some needs. And so we are kind of coming at this with a sense of urgency, like get you in and get you out, and then, go make an impact and be an alumni that gives back to us one day. But we were so excited to celebrate 800 students this spring semester.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah, packed up the Coliseum too. I saw.
Yes, and it's awesome to see it that full. Now, not everyone walks, but we had over 400 students participate in the commencement ceremony, and it was packed out. Yeah. And it's so special when you see those students walk across the stage and hear their families, and you'll hear kids like, "That's my mama," and you're like, "Oh my gosh, you're making such a difference, and what an example for your family to go and earn this degree." And we have over 40% of our students are first-generation college students at LSUA. So when you talk about really changing the trajectory, not only of your own life, but for your children and the example that you're setting for every generation to come, it's so important. And I think that's the true value and accessibility of LSUA.
We're getting close to the groundbreaking of the health campus too.
Yes,
right?
Let's go. June 30th. This is a $43 million project, y'all, right here in downtown Alexandria, and it's going to be beautiful. And this is to help meet that workforce shortage in healthcare, nursing, and allied health. So that'll be June 30th in the afternoon after Rotary. And then later that same day, we will transition. We'll actually have Dr. Liz Beards kind of welcome as her new role as chancellor at 5 o'clock, June 30th. And that will be on campus at the Martin Family Student Success Center. So June 30th is a big day. After Rotary, we'll have the groundbreaking. And then at 5 o'clock, we'll be able to welcome Liz Beard as our new chancellor, because that is Dr. Carell's last official day serving in the role. So we've been so blessed. He always said he was going to come for 5 years, and we got 7. So I'm so thankful for that. And what a remarkable legacy, that he's been able to leave with us.
Well, and not only with Dr. Beard, but your whole faculty and staff that he leaves behind. I mean, he's positioned the university to be successful for many, many more years to come.
Absolutely. And I mean, anytime there's change, there's, some discomfort and some nerves, but there's also just this sense of excitement because, like you said, Al, I mean, LSUA has never been in the position we're in. I would argue, I don't know if a university has been in the position LSUA has been. I truly believe we are not only a model for the state, but for the nation when it comes to how we run and operate a university and serve students. And so I think we have, we know the work that's cut out for us. We want to continue to make a big impact in our community, in our state, and change student lives. And so I think we're just really excited about what's to come.
You should be, for sure. We need to take a break, but we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the things like student housing and how the fall is looking and other things that are happening at the campus of LSU Alexandria right after this.
KSYL. Remember when eating corn right off the cob was one of your favorite summertime treats? Or how about taking a big bite out of a crisp, fresh apple? If it's been a while since you enjoyed these delightful activities, chances are your teeth are no longer up for the task. But now there's great news. The folks over at Today's Dental in Pineville are Cenla's dental implant experts. They're both highly trained and experienced in the procedure. Now with thousands of completely satisfied, delighted patients. They make dental implant surgery simple by using today's most current technologies. Along with in-office IV sedation administered by a highly skilled certified nurse anesthetist, you'll be in and out before you know it without all the anxiety. Plus, at Today's Dental, their multiple finance options make the entire procedure truly affordable. Go back to crunching all your favorite foods. Give Today's Dental a call at 448-4540. It's a general dental facility on Highway 28 East in Pineville, owned by Dr. Jonas Goche. That's 448-4540.
Hi, I'm Nancy Landry. Louisiana's elections are an important part of who we are. In 2026, closed party primaries will change how some of those elections happen, so you'll want to know what to do. Keeping your registration current ensures you'll get the right party-based ballot. Remember, this change only applies to certain offices. To learn more, visit govote.com or download the GoVote app. Know before you go.
If you'd like to take part in the show today, call the BOM Bank Talk line at 442-8255. That's 442-TALK. And remember, if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, call Christina Bagwell at the BOM Bank Mortgage Department at 448-2430.
970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO. Now back to Talk Back.
All right, we're back here on Talk Back. We're talking with Dr. Abby Bain from LSU Alexandria, Vice Chancellor for Enrollment and Student Engagement. We've been talking about the growth numbers for the university, and with that, you have to find places to put people, especially people that want to live on campus. So let's focus a little bit next about your housing situation.
I mean, it is a good problem to have that we are growing at a rate that we can't house everybody who wants to be, on campus. We've had a pretty extensive wait list the last 5 years. And so we kind of come up with some creative solutions. We've added some bunked room options, which aren't as popular with the students, but at least you have a place. And that is common for a lot of freshmen at other universities. But if you've been by campus lately, you have definitely noticed some heavy construction on the campus edge on the corner of 3170 and Highway 71. So we have some new apartments that are going up, and we are so excited because this is going to add about 352 more beds. It's 176 units, 176 apartments. They're all 2-bedroom. And we've partnered, this is a public-private partnership. So they won't be necessarily managed and run by the university or by the Department of Residential Life, but through the contractor, the Durand Family Investments is the group that is actually going to oversee not only the construction, but the management and running. And so we cannot wait. The help is on the way. And we know this is going to be a great solution because students can still technically live right there, which is on campus, and then walk to their classes, take advantage of, meal plans, and really still be a part of that university environment, go to the events in the evenings, and then don't have to worry about transportation.
Yeah.
And so they plan to open this fall. Probably not for the very start of the fall semester in August, but at some point this fall season. And so they are already taking applications if anybody is interested. So we've been helping students because we are already full for the fall semester at LSUA for our on-campus apartments that we operate. So we were actually full in April, which is the earliest we have ever been full. Wow. And so once again, it's a good problem, but we want to make sure that students have that opportunity. The more they get plugged in, the more they get involved, the better their experience and even the higher their GPA statistically. If you're involved in a student organization, you perform better in the classroom. And so we've looked at ways to continue to do that. And we've actually grown Greek life at LSUA. So we know Greek organizations have been, really popular at other universities and a great way for students to meet other students and to be a part of something bigger than themselves, a sisterhood, a brotherhood. And I was Greek in my undergrad, and it was transformational. I'm still close. I mean, it is over 20 years since I was a freshman. And I was just at a sorority sister's wedding 2 weeks ago, and there was, 10 of us that are still super, super close. And we would have never met had it not been for pledging the same sorority at 18 years old. And so we've been through some great different seasons of life. And I know it has had such an impact on me. So I'm so excited to bring that to LSUA. We've chartered Kappa Sigma fraternity and Phi Mu sorority, both last spring semester. So they'll have their formal rushes this fall 2026. So any students that are interested can get information and see if it's the right fit.
Very cool stuff. So how many do you currently house?
On campus, we have about 300 beds.
300.
Yep.
Okay.
And so a number of those are in that bunked room option. And we'll kind of continue to do that as needed. We want as many students on campus as we can get. But once again, we know that's not the most popular.
And the new housing will add
352.
More?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Yes. So we get to double. Yes.
Wow. That's amazing.
And we have a live-on requirement for all freshmen that don't live within like a certain radius, a 40-mile radius of the university. And we haven't been able to even, hold students accountable to that policy.
Right.
I shouldn't be saying this on air, but it doesn't really matter because we're already full, right? And so we haven't been able to get students on campus that need to be or want to be, and that's the goal. And so this is really going to give us so much opportunity to get more students here.
Yeah, that's very cool. So do you envision a time, I know with the downtown allied health facility. Will you eventually try to have housing downtown as well?
That's been discussed, and everything is on the table for discussion. We're going to have a number of students and faculty working in that downtown, health education campus. So we're also looking at ways to partner with the city and a grant to get transportation from the LSUA campus downtown as well, because we still want those students that have classes downtown to come to campus and do the cookouts on the quad or be a part of the health fair, or, whatever the event may be.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that it's accessible, but I think as we continue to grow, that'll certainly be something that is considered. And we want to continue to grow businesses and development on that campus edge too. So with 352 more students living right there, I think that's an awesome opportunity for someone to come in and have a coffee shop or have a restaurant or some sort of like activity for students to come and hang out and play pool or darts or, those sorts of activities that help students connect.
Like a Taco Bell. That's what I did in college. So,
Yeah, I don't want to talk about how much Taco Bell I consumed between 18 and 22. It's a very unhealthy amount.
Yes, for sure.
Fast and cheap.
Yeah. It's a good business model in a lot of aspects.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah. Isn't that what you majored in? Was eating food?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I wish I could.
It's a good hobby.
Yeah, it is. It is. So
you wouldn't even have recognized college, Stephen, as compared to now.
We all have our freshman 30, I think. So
You're more than 30.
Still trying to work it off all these years later.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
How much weight did you lose?
I don't know, 40, 50 pounds.
Wow.
60, 70?
Yeah. I gained it in the same amount of time. So,
Now he's a workout warrior.
Yeah.
For sure.
It starts to be a way of life. It's good.
What are some other things you wanted to kind of hit on?
Well, I definitely want to mention on June 4th, we have Dr. Carell's community retirement party. And this is an awesome opportunity. He's had an impact on so many of us personally and in this region. So we invite everybody to come and celebrate him. It'll be at the evacuation shelter right south of campus on 71. And it's going to be from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the evening. So after work, so you can come on by and, give him a hug, shake his hand, and tell him thank you, because we owe him a lot for the impact he's made in our community. If you just go to LSUA's Facebook page, they have the invitation with details and how you can RSVP to our foundation, so we can make sure to plan to have enough food and be ready for you. But I will also mention, we're looking really strong for the fall. I do think we'll hit that 8,000 student mark as far as enrollment in the fall semester, and there's still time to apply. So we have a lot of students that I've even been working with who have applied elsewhere, and then they're starting to realize either the cost is really high, or maybe they're not ready to move off and they want to stay local. I encourage you to come look at LSUA. It's an amazing option, very fulfilling, very student-centered, and we still have academic scholarships available too. So if you're interested or you think this is a good fit, let me know. Let's give you a tour, and we still got time to get you in.
It's a good pitch.
There you go.
All right. And if people want to learn more, they can always go to your website.
Absolutely.
All right. Very good. All right, Dr. Abby Bain, she is the Vice Chancellor for Enrollment and Student Engagement at LSU Alexandria. Thanks so much for coming in today. We appreciate it.
Thank y'all so much. Have a good week.
KSYL.
This is a Bloomberg Money Minute. We went into the long holiday weekend with some positivity about stocks, and we're coming out of the holiday weekend with even more optimism in the Middle East, in spite of reports of new fighting. Different picture, though, for Starbucks. It's being slammed by a big boycott in South Korea, one of its biggest markets, after a promotional event promoting Starbucks tank tumblers referenced a South Korea 1980s massacre by a military junta there. In the U.S., North American box office receipts gaining up 14% from a year ago, and the months ahead look just as strong. Analysts at Comscore and Bloomberg Intelligence forecast the best year in the U.S. for movie tickets since before the pandemic. And do you have too much work to do? How about having your digital twin take care of it? Wall Street Journal says some execs have created AI replicas to take on some of their workload, with the AI system analyzing how an exec writes, speaks, and thinks, and then doing some of their work for them, including answering questions from subordinates and appearing at conferences. Denise Pellegrini, Bloomberg Radio.
Problems. Everybody hates them, but everybody's got them. And now that it's getting hot again, you need to know about Southern Air Heating and Cooling. Got a cooling problem? Call Southern Air. Plumbing or drain problem? It's Southern Air again. man. Your power's out and you need a generator? Guess who? And keep those problems away all summer long with a system tune-up. Keep your family comfortable. Call Southern Air Heating and Cooling now at 318-777-5555 or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
Is life insurance still on your list of New Year's resolutions? Now is the perfect time to add it. A buddy told me that securing life insurance sooner rather than later can help you lock in lower rates for years to come. So I added this to my list this year and got it done. I called SelectQuote and was shocked at how easy and affordable life insurance is. I'm 40 and got a $500,000 policy for $18 a month. My wife's also 40 and her $5,000 policy was only $16 a month. Plus, with SelectQuote's same-day coverage, no medical exam was required, and we were covered by the time we hung up. Checking this off my list felt great, but the peace of mind knowing my family is protected feels even better.
Call SelectQuote at 1-800-280-5858 for your free quote today. That's 1-800-280-5858. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-280-5858. Details on example rate at SelectQuote.com.
Good morning. Cloudy skies in the forecast on our Tuesday afternoon. Highs getting up to 86. And you can expect some showers or thunderstorms, a 70% chance, mainly during the afternoon. Partly cloudy tonight, we'll get down to 71, and then scattered showers and thunderstorms again, especially during the afternoon on Wednesday, a 50% chance of that. Afternoon highs up to the low 80s. From the Sedlaw Broadcasting Weather Center, I'm Dave Grayson.
Now back to Talk Back. 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we're back here on this Tuesday morning. Al Quartermont. Stephen Maxwell feels weird to say Tuesday because normally I'm not here on Tuesday. So this Tuesday feels like a Monday because we're coming off a 3-day weekend. So I'm all mixed up. It's
all jumbled.
It's all mixed up. Great song by the Cars, by the way.
You're all jumbled up here.
I am. 318-442-8255 is our number for the rest of the show. We will be open line with you, talking about whatever you'd like to talk about. So give us a call here, and we will jump into other categories and topics. So did you get to go see the new Star Wars movie?
No, because I got sick. I'm going to go this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and go this week.
So I'm hearing that it opened to like a record low for Star Wars movie.
Well, it's just, I think the reason is people just aren't going to the movies like they used to.
Maybe, yeah.
And as someone who is pretty familiar with Star Wars, and I think my algorithm is very Star Wars, it didn't show up as much as I was expecting it to. Yeah. So I'm honestly not surprised. I hate that though.
It's called The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah.
Is the name of it?
Yep.
All right. I'm just kind of looking up to see what kind of reviews it's getting at this point. They say it's actually a pretty fun, action-packed movie. It says it offers a breezy 80s adventure feel without requiring you to have done hours of homework or seen every episode of this show.
I mean, I don't really care. As long as it continues the story in a decent way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the lady that took over the franchise for Disney, is it Kathleen Kennedy?
Yeah.
That's her name?
She's like the Lucasfilm CEO of Disney.
A lot of people are throwing shade at her.
Well, everyone hates Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. She's like Jerry Jones.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Isn't it interesting that your favorite things in life, Star Wars and the Cowboys, seem to be run by not the best people for running things?
Well, they're good at marketing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, look, Star Wars, I think, was very special back in the day because it was special. It came out like every 20 years.
Right.
You know, and it was in a time where it wasn't competing with a whole lot of other things like it would be now. So it's all these different franchises, I believe, like Marvel, Star Wars, whatever the case may be, is very niche.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, this is a very niche movie. It's not like episode 10.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion. What are they saying about her in this, though? Why are they mad at her?
I think most people are just kind of throwing shade at her for how underwhelming the opening weekend was, box office wise.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, I think it's hard to compete. It's hard to get people to go out. And this isn't like a throwing shade at any politician or anything. It's just, when gas is like $4.10 a gallon.
Yeah.
And everything's kind of expensive. I just think spending $60 at the movies for like two people is ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to go because I'm obsessed with Star Wars, but otherwise I probably wouldn't even think about going to the movies for a movie I don't really care about.
Yeah.
You know,
I used to go to the movies all the time.
Yeah. It's my favorite thing to do.
And I haven't been, man, I'm trying to remember the last time. It's probably been, 4, 5, 6 months, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I used to go all the time. We used to go.
Like almost every Friday.
Yeah.
I would go to a movie.
But I want to, if I'm going, I don't want to not have popcorn and a drink. And
right.
It's always been expensive, but when you add everything else going on right now in the economy, it's not as feasible for taking a family out to go see a kid adult movie.
Right.
You know?
Right. And this is supposed to be a summer of big blockbuster films.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like the marketing just felt like a little off, but if you're not engrossed in it, it just kind of slips you by.
Yeah.
I believe. And that's with everything.
Marketing was everything. I remember when the original Star Wars came out. I mean, they really, really marketed the heck out of that movie.
Yeah.
You know, and then the toys that would come out. Man, I wish I had unopened action figures from back in '77.
And I'm kind of not in the prime marketing audience right now because I'm like in the stage where I'm taking care of a young child and I'm kind of busy with work.
Yeah.
But like I've seen some things where people are like, oh, I went to Bath and Body Works. They have like the Mandalorian soaps. I'm like, I'm not going to go there. Or like, you know, the Mandalorian meal at Burger King, I think it was. I never go there. And so it's kind of missing me, but you know, even on social media, it's kind of passing me by. It's kind of odd.
You're not a Burger King eater?
No, I might go pick it up just for that though. I mean, I like Burger King. Like a good Whopper. Doesn't bother me. But I hate that. I'm sure it's still going to make money.
It's usually a lot of movies, if they didn't even make money at the theater, they make their money later with international releases, and then, of course, whatever platform. Well, I guess it would go to Disney, right? Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Yeah, I'm sure it'll have good streaming numbers. I'm going to go this week. Hopefully, that's the goal.
You'll have to let me know how it is when you go. Yeah,
I'm sure I'm going to like it.
Right, right. So the Burger King menu that you referred to includes the Barbecue Bounty Whopper. I guess that has to do with what?
Well, Mandalorian's a bounty hunter.
Oh, he is. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Grogu's garlic chicken fries.
Oh.
The Imperial Cheddar Ranch Tots.
Now that sounds good. I could go for that.
Was there an Imperial Cheddar Ranch or something?
I guess. I don't know. Just throw a name on there, I guess.
And Grogu's Blue Cookie Shake.
Well, because Grogu loves blue cookies.
He does?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. Yeah. He uses the Force to steal them.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, he's using the Force for nefarious purposes?
It's more of like a cute kid, like a kid's eating a little cookie and he's like, trying to take it. But he's a baby.
Yeah.
He's not morally culpable yet.
Everyone calls him Baby Yoda, but he's not really Yoda, right?
Well, it's because there was no name assigned to him till like the end of season 2. Okay. Like he was a mystery.
Okay.
And so we didn't learn his name till the end. Until a Force-wielding former Jedi was able to speak to him, because he wouldn't speak, but they could speak to each other through the Force kind of thing. Okay. And she learned more about him and passed it along to the Mandalorian.
What was the name of that Jedi?
Ahsoka. And Ahsoka was... So there's so much of Star Wars you probably don't know. She was a big part of the animated Clone Wars films that came out in the early 2000s, or series. And she was Anakin's Padawan during that.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was part of the animated series. So if you followed Star Wars back in the day,
right,
or all the stuff when I was younger.
Does he end up killing her?
No, she's alive still.
Oh, okay.
And they did a spin-off show on her that came out.
Okay. So he didn't kill her when he killed all the Jedi?
No, she got away. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few that got away. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that Darth Maul lived too after getting cut in half by Obi-Wan Kenobi in episode 1.
Wait, he came back?
In the animated series years ago.
Was he like a centipede where you...
Pretty much for a while until they used like space magic to grow his legs back.
Wow.
He had like these spider legs for a while. Okay. Robot spider legs. Yeah.
So they said that, is it Hayden Christensen that played Anakin?
Yeah.
That when he kind of left the franchise, he didn't have a lot of work opportunity. But I think he had like a farm or something, and he kept working on his lightsaber fighting moves. So that I guess in the animated series, he was still performing all the action that they just animated him off of. And how impressive.
I don't know because he wasn't the voice.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
well, there was something they said that
they brought him back for a couple shows a couple of years ago.
Maybe that's what
the live action Obi-Wan Kenobi series.
Okay.
They did some flashbacks with him in it, and I think he got to wear the Darth Vader suit, which he was upset he never got to do in the first place.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
A lot of Star Wars drama.
No. Wow.
I have the high ground.
Yeah. You were supposed to bring balance to the Force.
Ewan McGregor was great in that role. He was
really
one of the
was.
bright spots. And I know nobody cares about this who's listening. You're probably tuning out, but I'm enjoying this. So.
Yeah. I feel like you indulge my sports conversation. I can indulge a little Star Wars.
That's right. And I was talking to my wife. She's like, my wife likes the World Cup, and she's like, let's get the World Cup sticker album where we collect, the players. And I'm like, sure, honey. I don't know what that is, but I'll do it. And I was like, I think I need to come up with some like stupid hobby. Because I was like, I even said, Al and Nick do sports cards. I need to have like some stupid collectible hobby.
Yeah. Yes. Something to sink your money into.
Mine's kind of books. I like old books and
That's
books
a cool one, actually.
all sorts of ones.
Yeah. So I'm kind of getting the peripherals of all the new Star Wars stuff.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So the Obi-Wan series that they did, and that starred Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, so it kind of filled the gap. Yeah, it was live action. It filled the gap between the end of episode 3 and then, or end of episode 3 going into episode 4.
Okay.
Like that space between there.
Okay.
How did they interact?
Do they make them get older as it goes on? Because by the time
they
Luke
kind of did
meets him,
some.
he was kind of an old fossil.
Yes, they did. No, he was middle. It was, I think, 10 years after episode 3 where he turned into Darth Vader, if I had to guess correctly.
Okay.
Yeah. So and then their meetup between then and everything, and they had a little fight there. It was pretty good.
Him and
watch it.
Obi and Vader had a fight?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
In the Obi-Wan series?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many episodes does that one have?
I'm going to guess 6, 7, 8, something like that. 6,
6 or 7?
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to watch that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. When my grandson was here, they live in Ecuador, but he had never seen Star Wars. So we watched episode 4 together, and then 5 and... No. Actually, we started at 1.
That's
1,
probably
2,
best
3.
if he's a little kid.
Yeah, we went 1, 2, 3. Then we watched the Solo movie.
Yeah.
And then we watched Rogue One. And then we went 4, 5, and 6.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And then they had to go back home. So, in fact, they were leaving the day we were trying to watch episode 6. And I ended up leaving earlier. So I had to like fast forward through a lot of it. So just because he was asking me, he's 8, but he was asking me all kinds of questions. Like, does Darth Vader turn good again?
Yeah, he does kind of. He has a redemptive moment.
Yeah. At the very end.
But they even did a Boba Fett spinoff show. So he came back. He actually wasn't dead either. No one actually dies in Star Wars. They all kind of miraculously make it.
What were Obi-Wan's words? If you strike me down, I'll become more powerful than you can imagine.
Yeah. There you go.
And then he would talk to Luke. Use the Force.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be a good movie. I'm not surprised the numbers weren't what they wanted it to be.
Have you
Hopefully it's
seen-
better than Han Solo
Have you
movie.
seen the Family Guy remakes of the Star Wars movies?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Spaceballs, too. Remember Spaceballs?
Oh, yeah, Spaceballs. Yes. I think, weren't they remaking
Yeah,
that?
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
God, such a stupid
But
movie.
you won't have John Candy. So
I know.
how do you remake that?
AI, you can bring him back.
Ah, gosh, you're right. Hope they don't do that, though. All right, we'll be right back.
KSYL.
As more teens connect online, tech companies face the ongoing challenge of verifying the ages of their users. Jen Hanley, Meta's head of North American safety, discusses the latest AI-powered tools designed to better protect younger users.
Knowing someone's age online is a complex industry-wide challenge. To solve this, Meta is using new technology that analyzes signals to identify accounts that may belong to underage users and remove them from our platforms. We also use sophisticated technology to find suspected teens, even if they list an adult birthday, and automatically place them in teen account settings. This ensures that as many teens as possible are in age-appropriate experiences. These tools are designed to ensure teens stay in protected, age-appropriate experiences.
To learn more about Meta's age assurance technology and tools for families, visit familycenter.meta.com.
Hey, it's Musso wishing you a happy, healthy, safe Memorial Day weekend from all of us here at After Further Review. We're back on Tuesday, ready to recap the weekend. 3 to 6, Alexandria's 94.7 ESPN.
Now back to Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
All right, we are back here on this Tuesday. Al Quartermont, Stephen Maxwell with you. Again, our number is 318-442-8255. You know, something else that has thrown me off this morning is with the official shutdown of CBS Radio News Network, we no longer get our daily show prep that we used to get.
You're not going to know what national day it is now.
Yeah.
National
or whose
Cheese
birthday
Custard Day.
Yeah, or whose birthday it is.
Mhm.
Or all of that. So
Just ask AI.
yeah. A few people shared it with me. They actually did like a 1 hour sign off kind of show on Friday. It was actually really good. It kind of looked at the history of CBS radio. Of course, so much of CBS radio was defined during World War II. And with Edward R. Murrow and his team of young reporters, that actually would be a phenomenal movie. Somebody needs to make it, like called the Murrow Boys or whatever they called it. I think it was the Murrow Boys, but that would be a great movie.
Imagine having to make a 1 hour special show of the job you're getting let go from.
Yeah, right?
Because you know it takes so much time to put those together.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's sad, and a lot of people were kind of lamenting it. You know, and I hate to see anything go away, but I think it is more of a sign of the times that we just live in right now, you know? So everything's changed. I mean, even we had a caller today who's talking about, you know, I was getting my daily news, as I always do, from Facebook. Yeah, that's where most people get their news.
Yeah.
So
that's why I do what I do.
Right. And radio definitely still serves a very strong purpose, and I hope always will. By the way, there actually is a book called The Murrow Boys. I might have to order that book. That looks pretty good. So, yeah. And one of the guys is still alive. Ironically, his last name is Kalb, K-A-L-B.
Huh.
Yeah. And they were interviewing him. I'm trying to remember his first name. Is it Lee Kalb? Marvin Kalb. But yeah. The last of the Murrow Boys.
Wow. Yeah, it's sad to see things like that go. We like some of the traditional media. You grew up with it. I kind of did. And but things do change, and what we're doing now on Facebook, I'm sure, is going to be completely different in 10 years.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, the name of the show they aired Friday was called Good Night and Good Luck, which that was the moniker that Murrow always used. 99-year history of reporting.
Dang.
CBS.
Couldn't do one more year, could you?
I know. Yeah. All right, let's go to the phones here on this Tuesday. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Hey, I get the Epic Times, and the one I got Friday, they had an article about AI data centers. It blew me away. There are currently 3,100 data centers operating in the United States, and they're in the process of building 1,800 more. I mean, it's nuts. I had no idea.
Yeah, but I mean, that's where everything is heading, and people the market demands more and more technology, and the more people are starting to use AI, you know, I think they're finding where it can be very useful and helpful. So There's got to be something that drives that.
They had another article. Says AI is losing the PR battle, and the consequences could be huge. Interesting. Hey, what I was thinking about, you're working tomorrow, right?
Yes.
I was thinking about meeting you up there at 9 o'clock, and I'll give you these articles.
Okay, sure.
They're pretty long articles. And they have one for Stephen also. They had one for Stephen. New options for beating seasonal allergies.
Yeah, seriously. I need some more honey or something.
It's a pretty interesting article about how to manage your allergies. So I'll meet you up there about 9 o'clock. I'll be in the parking lot waiting for you to come out.
Okay.
And I'll bring you these articles.
All right.
They're pretty good articles.
Well, I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
See you tomorrow then. Thank you, sir. All right. Another call coming in. Let's take that. Good morning. You're on Talkback.
Yeah, I was going to tell you about the Merle Boy books. I read it some time ago. It is pretty good. I would recommend it.
Okay.
But I called about AI. Have you been watching the highlights of the commencement addresses this spring?
Yeah, they've been pretty rowdy.
When speakers mention AI, they're met with boos and hisses. I found that interesting. That we've been telling college students for several years, go into the STEM fields, learn to code, learn AI systems. And now that we have all this AI, they're met with boos and hisses. I just wondered if you had any feedback on that. Have you not seen that?
I thought you were talking about like all the crazy celebrations and fights and stuff.
No, they had like one of Google's top execs up there talking about AI in the future and how you can harness it. And every time he brought up AI, they'd boo him, and that's happened with several others who talked about it.
Which probably the majority of them are using it.
Yeah.
Well, and you know, it is quite the realization when you do graduate from college and you've been told for year upon year, if you just get this degree, you know, your doors will open, the sun will rise, rainbows will appear, you can ride to work on a unicorn, and all of a sudden you realize, well, no, that's not really true. And I think that AI was a promise of productivity and free time and that sort of stuff. And I think the students are realizing that it's not all it's cracked up to be. I just found it interesting that they were booing technology.
Yeah. No, that's very interesting. I hadn't seen that, but I'll do some looking into that. I appreciate it. So I mean, I think it'll be interesting to see, assuming it is a data center that they announced today, what kind of reaction will happen here in central Louisiana. Not that opposing voices would stop it at this point, but I mean, it's like, we don't want it, but then we want to use what it produces. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So,
and we want the jobs.
Right.
We want jobs in central Louisiana, but we don't want jobs that are in demand.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have a conspiracy theory about AI, you know, and I think AI data centers specifically are the new Tower of Babel. If you read the story of the Tower of Babel, it's not that the tower was the height of the tower. It was that everybody was thinking the same thing. So if all our data, I mean, none of us remember, I mean, we don't even remember phone numbers anymore because it's all on the cloud. We don't remember, you know, anything because we look it up on Grok. And we all start thinking the same thing. Because sooner or later, they're going to run out of space for these data centers. It's not unlimited. Right. So I just think it's interesting that in the near future, the entire population is going to be thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And we're already seeing it on social media when it's self-policing. Try to, even sarcastically, which I can't believe anybody uses sarcasm these days. I mean, I would never do that. But just make a sarcastic comment. Like I made a sarcastic comment on Stephen's post about Joe Bishop saying we didn't need any more Mexican restaurants in Pineville. And I sarcastically said, is he racially redlining restaurants? And the hate that I got from that, which was, and I was like, it's just sarcasm. Nobody wants anybody to think anything different. Everybody wants to think the same thing. And I think there's danger in that.
Yep, 100%.
You sound like, I think Pope Leo in his first encyclical on AI, was it yesterday? He called it the Tower of Babel.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, Stephen, first of all, Al calls me a gentleman, and now you compare me to a Catholic. What are y'all going to talk? How are you going to insult me next?
Well, you said his words. So I thought it was interesting.
Or he said mine.
That's it. That's it. All right. Thank you so much for the call, as always. Always insightful, sage and insightful. We'll be right back.
Attention all real estate agents, property owners, and lenders. When you or a client needs a real estate attorney, call the professionals at Thompson Law Firm. Whether the legal matter is basic or complex, the Thompson Law Firm can accurately guide you or your client to a successful outcome. That's why numerous industry professionals have trusted the Thompson Law Firm for years. They also handle estate planning, successions, and business law. Call them at 473-0052. I am a paid non-client attorney spokesperson.
Craig's Cleaners is now looking for some good employees. In particular, Craig's is looking for people with cashier experience and who have a valid driver's license. It's a pretty sweet job, too. Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. with no weekends. That's right. Here's your chance for every weekend off. So if you're interested in working for Craig's Cleaners, please apply in person at Craig's main location at 1746 Elliott Street, Alexandria.
It's Talkback 970 AM, 104.9 FM, KSYO.
You know, to your point about how things change, like what we don't even know what it'll look like 10 years from now. So we started the show talking a little bit about how the Knicks have made the NBA finals. Last time was 1999. So the last time the Knicks were in the finals, Stephen, here are things that did not exist. The iPhone, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, Tesla, SpaceX, Bitcoin, Gmail, Amazon Prime, Google Maps, Netflix, streaming, Android, ChatGPT, WhatsApp, TikTok, Snapchat, Xbox, Pinterest, LinkedIn, iPads, Uber, Airbnb, Reddit, Spotify, and Zoom, just to name a few.
Yeah, and the need for news and information, we hope doesn't change in my business. It's just how you get it there, and that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing and trying to keep up with it and see what the latest trends are and what everyone's doing. So,
yeah,
that's what you try to do.
Yep. Well, we're thankful to have you here and out there covering things. And again, you'll be out at Inland Airport today, 2:30. They're having the big announcement. You mentioned Pope Leo. And I was like, I had forgotten. If you had asked me what's the current Pope's name, I probably would have forgotten it.
No.
I don't know why. When you said Pope Leo, I was like, wait, which one was that?
He's been in a year, so not too long.
Yeah.
Yep. He released his first encyclical, and it was about AI and what he thinks the moral framework should be into stuff like that, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Encyclical.
Yep. And so I think the last Leo, a long time ago, wrote his on radio and television when it was burgeoning. So he kind of felt like it was something important to talk about. And I think it is. You know, a lot of people have questions on how it fits into religion and what the goal of artificial intelligence is. And I thought he had some insightful things to say. You could find summaries of it. You know, you don't have to take everything as gospel or anything, but just some interesting perspectives when it comes to Christianity. So it made the headlines yesterday.
Somehow I missed that one. Oh well.
It's okay. It's the holiday.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you guys listening today. I'll be back again tomorrow with Stephen. Well, normally I am on Wednesday. Be here all week, as a matter of fact, with Nathan out of the country, actually. So, looking forward to that, and we'll talk with you then.